Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida. A gorgeous day for college football, and we are fired up to see the Miami Hurricanes open another season at Hard Rock Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gamecocks' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Brown has it. Discards a man. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The short hands, it's Robinson. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Wide out in motion. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. They want to run it left here. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. The give to the tailback. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Miami! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? Power football with the run. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 10, South Carolina 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Skips away from pressure. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it down the right side. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The Gamecocks are on the move. They'll give it to him again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too.
Snags it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go to the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Flips it out in the flat. Fighting off the defender. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you, that's a gut punch, too, if you're on defense there, because you thought you had the sack. You thought you had the perfect play call. You blitz, you got a guy running clean at the quarterback, and just as you get there, he gets rid of it, finds a completion, and picks up a fresh set of downs.
Let's it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. Quick strike complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's what.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking the front.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The back goes in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he got loose, it was all over.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
South Carolina, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Bennett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime. He's going for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. The expressway is wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Looking left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got great speed. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. More to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Still looking on the move. He chucks one out to the right. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get to it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
The play action fake. Getting some heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Dobbs. Stands in and takes the hit. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 45 on its way. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Here's the handoff. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing it.
Touchdown, South Carolina! And that one will give them the lead. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeman are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Wisconsin. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Dobbs. It's complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Motion from the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Anytime this guy has that much time to throw, you're not going to stop him from picking up the first down.
No, and he needs to go thank his offensive lineman right now. Thank you, big fellas, for keeping me upright. No pressure, could read the defense, make the strike, get the first down conversion.
But jet sweep pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback extends the play. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And this one splits the uprights.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The offense set for a first down play. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Sellers. Wide open downfield. And they swarm him under. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. This time they'll go to the running game. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Leaves it with the running back. Smashes through. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Makes the catch. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll run it on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. They'll try to run it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I love these designed runs, goal to go situations. Gotta have it. I know I get an extra blocker with now my quarterback running the football, being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back goes in motion. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Buys a little extra time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
He leaves it with his back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Dobbs. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. And they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return for midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Right on target this time. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to... and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll let it go down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that every...